Firstly, so we can say a proper congratulations to Wei Yi on his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Maybe we'll get a chance to sing a little song later if he joins us in the studio. I also want to mention, June 2nd is a big day for birthdays. Jon Ludvig Hammer, very strong Norwegian grandmaster, it's his birthday too. He's just a few meters away from us. It is also the birthday of Talahari Krishna.
Oh my god, I should text him.
Yeah, you should text him. Gata Kamsky, a very strong player. Who else? David Bronstein was born on this day. One of the world's top players back in his era. Zhu Chen, former women's world champion. And many more. So not just strong players, like super strong players. Born June 2nd. I don't know what it is, but big day.
And also a big day for my very own personal champions, mom and dad. Happy anniversary.
Nice.
If you're watching.
Big day for me too, I won't say why though.
Well, you can't do that. David always does it. He starts something and then doesn't complete it. Why is it a big deal?
1 year ago I went up to
make a student.
And asked a very important question.
And the most important one in a man's life, really. Totally.
Let's get back to the chess. I meant to congratulate Wei Yi, ended up talking about myself. Like, such a narcissist. Okay, but in the meantime, big developments on this board. We'll go back all the way to the start. Knight to f3, knight f6, and g3 here met by c5. There are so many move order tricks here, like white can try to go back into the symmetrical English opening by playing c4. If you continue development, black can try to occupy the center, and after castling, if black brings the knight out now, we'll see the reversed Grunfeld defense with white pushing the pawn to d4. That can also transpose later into the Catalan opening. So many things to get your head around. Wei Yi decides to fianchetto his bishop. So he's basically asking white to play a King's Indian defense, this time with white. Kind of colors reversed here. And bishop e3, we mentioned weird move. I've got to be honest, I would have paused here a bit longer than Wei Yi did. He very quickly played the move d4. He's a very principled player though. If you challenge him, he normally takes on the challenge. So asking this bishop to move again. Fabi here has agreed to lose time. He moves his bishop away, and at home you might be asking, why has Fabiano, one of the world's best players of the last decade, lost the tempo? But it's simply to lure black forward, to provoke black forward, and he's going to challenge this pawn either with c3 or e3 on the next turn. What do we make of this?
I mean, it was clear provocation to open up that diagonal, like you were pointing out, of that bishop on g2. So an interesting choice there by Fabi. You know, everyone's spoken about how well prepared and all the inspiring opening ideas that Fabi's showing up with in every single game. And looking at the clock situation, I think he knows what he's doing so far. You know, you don't play bishop e3 as fast and sort of allow black to gain that space. At some point, I'm expecting a break, though, of these pawns, right? You want to try to strike it either with the c pawn moving one step forward to get your knight out, or opening up a central line, asking some questions.
and IR.
Is that the package?
We'll call it in. The package is you're really good at chess, and I'll just make awkward dad jokes.
Due to the viewers that might have not been following the World of
Sounds like a good deal.
Sounds like a good deal.
Danny, I just wanted a follow-up question to those that may not be familiar with video games and esports.
Yeah.
What is esports and how did chess enter esports?
Yeah, so esports is, I guess you could call it globally organized competition for video games historically, which is things like League of Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty. I don't know all the games that are in the Esports World Cup, so forgive me because I'm not really a big video gamer. But chess has had very huge online events for many years to large viewership, and because chess is the oldest game in the world, we think of chess as it is traditionally played over the board, and we all love those looks, the classic look over the board. But chess is also played to the tens of millions of games every day online, and when we had an opportunity to work with the Esports World Cup, we were super excited to do it because now the players competing weekly on chess.com are part of a qualification system that ultimately will send 16 of them to the EWC, the Esports World Cup, which has millions of dollars in prizes, and this is just the beginning of that partnership, so we're pretty excited about it.
Very exciting times for chess, both IRL as you said and online, and very exciting for Fabiano that he's about to win. Are we going to see a resignation soon, you think, Christian?
I think so, just because rook to h8, and the key aspect of this position is this bishop on d5 protects against this rook swing on b3, because if you would be able to go there and stop me from promoting and force the loss of the bishop on d6, then this position would be perfectly fine for black. But unfortunately, after rook to h8, there is no way to stop me from going b8. This is simple, that's the problem.
Well, Fabi played rook a8, it's the same thing.
The same thing,
Yeah.
exactly the same thing. You can move the rook absolutely anywhere you want except e8 and f8. Rook to a8, b8 is coming next. You will lose this bishop. What you can do is try to do something with your own pawn by pushing it. The problem is I'm just following it with the king. I follow it. And the bishop on d5 is protected. So for example, you go rook to d1, you're threatening to promote it. Guess what? I'm just picking up that pawn, and you don't have a way to pick up my bishop. That's it. It's a piece up, and that's just going to be a simple conversion for white.
Is it what we're going to see, or will he resign? Is there any hope here, Danny? Do you think he will play on?
I don't think there's any hope. I think he will resign, and the only question, and right as I say it, he does it, and I will let you have the call there, and indeed he throws in the towel.
Yes, that's what we were discussing.